So today on Project X, I have this 1984 Lotus Esprit Turbo. Lotus Esprit, made famous by the one 007 in a movie, The Spy Who Loved Me, where he turned into a submarine, went underwater, shot missiles. Man, that was a car. And it also featured in For Your Eyes Only. That was an Esprit SX Turbo. And the one in The Spy Who Loved Me was actually a Series 1. This, however, is a Series 3. These are very exciting cars from the 80s. 80s supercars, 80s wedge cars. So you have a wedge car with BBS rims, all-wheel disc brakes, pop-up headlights, mid-mounted turbo engine. That's a combination for a supercar, I say. Styled by Giorgetto Giugiaro. So it's Italian styling with British engineering. That is what you have here with a glass fiber body. So it's very light. Just approximately 1000 kg. And the engine is a 2.2 liter mounted inline 4 with dual carbs and a Garrett turbo. Making this car very sleek and very fast and very eye-catching. Stepping inside, you do see it is all business in here. All leather, everything leather in here. Lotus Mint business. So you have a leather interior with a Momo style steering and a racing style dash. So it's a racing style. So you do get to see the engine behind you through the rearview mirror. And hear that loud blow of valve as this car just accelerates and accelerates and accelerates. Really quite a feeling. After ungracefully peeling yourself out of this car, because it is actually a snug cabin, you are actually able to go to the front of the car where it looks like there's just a spare tire to save your bacon in an accident. A little joke there. Not very safe cars, it looks like. Going to the front, you do see the car has pop-up headlights and a spare in the front and a bit of storage space also in the front, which is actually very rare for a lot of supercars. And you also see that what was actually interesting about the Lotus was it also has a single wiper blade on the flat windshield. Very exciting cars, very fast. Well, in 80s standards, very fast. But I think it's not bad for a 2.2 liter car in about 6 seconds. And this is in the 80s. Early 80s, late 70s. Well, this came out, I believe, in 81. That's when the turbo version came out. Initially came out as an SX Turbo, and then later just to an Esprit Turbo. Of course, this is a wet sump lubrication, whereas the SX was a dry sump lubrication, I believe. These cars actually have started going up in value as a lot of people actually have started collecting them. And to tell the truth, I've gone to car meets, I've driven all over. I do not see a Lotus Esprit anyway. These are very rare cars, very low numbers, especially with the turbo versions, very low. I just had to have this. I knew it needed a lot of work, but since it was running and driving, clearly being neglected, I decided to buy it because ordinarily I would have never been able to actually afford a restored one. And that was before the prices actually started increasing. Now, it is quite a challenge purchasing one of these vehicles because even one in such a shape now demands so much money, even just in parts. Transmissions alone for these Lotuses are going at least about $7,000-8,000. So it was actually a good deal that I got at the time I got it. Or it would have been kind of an uphill battle to even purchase one that's even in such a condition. So I am very happy with this car, and I really am blessed to actually own a Lotus Esprit. Look at that engine. Peekaboo. That's a gear turbo. Yeah, turbocharged. Let's get some boost in this thing. See how she goes. Initially when I got it, I was actually going to put an LS engine with a Porsche transmission, but now that they're going up in value, it's better to keep it that way, because even with that and the bad aerodynamics on these cars, they actually, although they're wedge shape, they are actually very, very bad aerodynamically. So I thought it's no point in trying to make this as fast as possible. There's always going to be something fast out there. So what's the point? Keep it nice, keep it historic. If I want to get a fast car, I've got other cars that would go faster and then are more tunable than this. I think 200 horsepower on a 1000 kg car is not bad. Well, you're hitting 60 in about 6 seconds at about approximately 100 miles an hour. So that's not bad at all. With a 5-speed standard transmission, it's a fun little sports car. So as you see here, this is the 2.2 liter mid-mounted engine. This is actually built, or actually was built in-house by Lotus. So it's twin overhead cams, 2.2 liter dual carbs with a Gareth turbo. And it still even had a lot of storage space. Lotus, when they actually designed this car, were actually preparing to put a V8 at one point. That's why the engine bay is so big. Looking at this engine bay, you can put a V8 engine quite easily. And depending on the transmission you put, you could actually put maybe even a V10 or 12. Technology has come so far that even that 4-cylinder engine can be tuned to make serious horsepower. It can be tuned to make serious horsepower. We're talking maybe even turbocharged 4. You could make easy 500 horsepower with high boost and forged internals. Okay, so looking at pop-up headlights, they actually have these little knobs that you can twist to get the lights up to manually, and it also had a single wiper blade, which was actually, I don't know, look how flat that windshield is, totally flat. This is a weird but exciting car. This is a weird and exciting project. As I said, it has BBS rims on it all the way around and 4-wheel disc brakes. What's also quite interesting is that with the rear disc brakes, to actually save weight, Lotus actually mounted those to the transmission. If you can see here, there we go. Lotus actually mounted them to the transmission. Look at that. It's like a toy car, a poster car. Just a wedge. Giugiaro did a really good job on this thing. That's why it actually lasted for such a long time with the same styling cues. So I'm probably going to lower it a bit, get the into modern spec. However, I still want to keep that classic look. Still want to keep everything the way Lotus intended. It's a beautiful project. I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm sure you will enjoy it too. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll bring you more exciting cars on this channel. Thank you so much. Bye bye.